The story begins with Kyle, a wealthy and handsome boy whose perfect looks and style captivate everyone around him. As the son of a famous music anchor, he's the crush of every college student, but Kyle ignores them all. He's incredibly proud of his appearance and often belittles others. Kyle wins the college election and becomes president. During his victory speech, he declares that only the beautiful are worthy of winning, and proceeds to mock his classmates based on their looks, especially those he considers unattractive. Among them is Kendra, a seemingly ordinary girl who is secretly a powerful witch. Kendra opposes Kyle's remarks, but he publicly humiliates her. Later, Kyle privately apologizes to Kendra and invites her to a party that night. Kendra attends, along with the other students, unaware that Kyle's invitation is a ruse to publicly humiliate her further. At the party, Kyle insults Kendra in front of everyone, enraging her. She curses him. Moments later, Kyle feels dizzy and returns home. As he stands on his roof, Kendra appears, startling him. She tells him he'll soon see the effects of her curse. Instantly, Kyle transforms. He loses all his hair. His body becomes covered in tattoos and gruesome scars, and his eye color changes. He is now hideous and terrifying. Kendra tells him that if a girl truly loves him within 365 days, he will return to his original self. If not, he'll remain in his cursed form forever. Kyle's father is horrified by his son's appearance. He takes Kyle to a doctor, wanting him to undergo risky surgery, but Kyle refuses and storms off. His father then sends him to a house outside the city with a maid to look after him. Kyle is miserable, feeling abandoned by his father. He spends most of his time alone, disconnected from the outside world, unsure who to talk to or where to go. Meanwhile, his father tells everyone Kyle is in rehab. To avoid Kyle being seen, his father hires a blind tutor. However, his father never visits him. During this difficult time, only the maid and the tutor remain by Kyle's side. The maid reveals she is there because she had to leave her own son. He doesn't have a green card. Kyle can't stand his ugly face anymore. So one day, he puts on a hoodie, covers his face, and goes to a party where Kendra is. He apologizes to Kendra and begs her to make him normal again. But Kendra says she can't do anything. If a girl truly loves him and says "I love you" within a year, he'll return to his old self. If not, he'll stay like this forever. Hearing this, Kyle is deeply hurt. At the party, Kyle sees his girlfriend getting intimate with one of his friends. Seeing this, Kyle completely breaks down and stands silently in a corner. Just then, a classmate named Lindy approaches him. Kyle had never spoken to her before, but Lindy liked him. However, seeing Kyle's transformed appearance, Lindy doesn't recognize him. Kyle used to be handsome, but now he's utterly ugly. Still, Lindy shows him sympathy. She says, "You must suffer a lot with this face." Hearing this makes Kyle feel a little better. At least someone cares about people with ugly faces. From then on, Kyle becomes attracted to Lindy. He starts following her. One day, he goes to Lindy's house. He sees Lindy looking for her father in the backyard. Kyle quietly follows her. There, he sees two drug dealers threatening Lindy's father with a gun, demanding their loaned money back. Kyle pushes one of them from behind, making him fall. But the other one pushes Lindy, making her fall unconscious. Seeing this, Kyle quickly picks her up and takes her inside the house. He returns and sees Lindy's father has shot and killed one of the dealers. The other dealer says, "You killed my brother. Now I'll kill your daughter." He threatens them and leaves. Now, Lindy's life is truly in danger. Kyle then tells Lindy's father, "Send your daughter to my house. She'll be safe there." But Lindy's father doesn't recognize Kyle, so he refuses. Kyle then says, "If you don't agree, you'll go to jail for murder." Hearing this, Lindy's father agrees. The next day, he brings Lindy to Kyle's house and says, "Your life is in danger outside. Stay here." Lindy isn't happy with this decision, but her father leaves her there. Now Lindy starts living at Kyle's house, but Kyle never directly comes in front of her. He always wears a mask and gives a false name. Lindy stays in her room, keeping the door closed and only coming out when necessary. Kyle wants to impress her, so he leaves expensive gifts in front of Lindy's door. He knocks on the door but doesn't speak, yet Lindy doesn't even bother to look at the gift. Despite him repeatedly giving her expensive gifts, Lindy doesn't accept them, which frustrates Kyle. His housemaid then explains to him that Lindy is a different kind of girl, and he should try to understand her. One day, Kyle goes to Lindy's room with Jelly. He's still wearing a mask, which scares Lindy. Kyle explains, "I'm wearing a mask, so you don't get scared of me." Lindy doesn't want to stay in this house. She wants to live as she did before. Kyle tries to make her understand, "Your father did this for your own good. He loves you very much." Hearing this, Lindy calms down a bit and takes the jelly he offered. This makes Kyle very happy. To impress Lindy further, Kyle starts building a greenhouse on the roof. He works on it all day, but still keeps his face covered. Lindy doesn't like this. She asks, "Why don't you show me your face?" Kyle has no answer, so eventually, he's forced to show his face. But Lindy isn't scared. She says, "I've seen much more terrifying faces than this." Hearing this, Kyle is overjoyed. Then they start spending time together, and a deep relationship forms between them. Kyle realizes he has fallen in love with Lindy. He writes a love letter, but doesn't dare to give it to her because he thinks Lindy doesn't love him back. He fears she might reject him. He wants to win Lindy's heart, so he beautifully finishes the greenhouse and shows it to her. Inside, there are colorful flowers. Lindy loves it. However, Kyle can't return to his old self until Lindy truly loves him. Meanwhile, the 1-year period is almost over. Kyle is afraid that if Lindy doesn't love him, he'll remain like this forever. So he goes back to Kendra, who had cursed him. He asks for a little more time so Lindy can love him and express her love for him. Kendra says magic can't be undone, but if Lindy truly loves him before the year is up, she will return his blind teacher's eyesight and get his maid a green card so she can go to her children. Hearing this, Kyle is happy because these two people stood by him during his difficult time. Kendra, seeing the change in Kyle, wishes him good luck. After this, Lindy and Kyle are together. Lindy then tells him about a boy from her college whom she liked. She is actually talking about Kyle, but she doesn't know that the very boy is standing in front of her. Kyle smiles faintly and says, "Perhaps that boy loved you too." Lindy then replies, "No, I don't think so. He never even spoke to me." The next day, Lindy receives a text message from her father stating that the criminal who was a threat to her life has been caught by the police and is now in jail. Hearing this news, Lindy feels much relief. Afterward, she and Kyle go on a short trip together, where they have a very good time. During the trip, Lindy tells him, "I consider you a very good friend." This breaks Kyle's heart a little, but he keeps his feelings to himself. Just then, Lindy receives a phone call informing her that her father is very ill and has been admitted to the hospital. Lindy immediately decides to go there. Kyle drops her off at the station, and as she leaves, he gives her a love letter he wrote himself. Lindy reads the letter on the train and realizes that Kyle truly loves her. At that moment, she also feels that she has developed some feelings for Kyle. Lindy quickly calls Kyle, but he doesn't answer because his heart is broken. He thinks his face is so bad that Lindy will never love him. He tells this to his maid and teacher. They both tell him to go see Lindy. There's still time. Kyle knows Lindy is going on a college trip, so he goes straight to the college. Lindy is very happy to see him and asks, "Why didn't you answer my call?" Kyle replies, "Because you don't love me, and you'll never like me because of my face." Lindy then says, "That's not true. I love you, I love your heart, not your face." She touches Kyle's face with affection and kisses him. Lindy then starts to leave for her trip, but suddenly stops and tells Kyle, "I love you." Hearing this, Kyle is so happy that he walks straight out of the college. Just then, something magical happens. The curse on him breaks, and Kyle returns to his original appearance. He looks at himself in the mirror, surprised and happy. Lindy returns and looks for Kyle, but now Kyle has returned to his old self, so Lindy doesn't recognize him. Kyle tries to explain, "The person you're looking for is me." Lindy doesn't believe him at first, but as soon as she calls him, Kyle's phone rings. At this moment, Lindy understands that this is the boy she loves. Lindy runs and hugs Kyle. Meanwhile, Kendra keeps her promise. Kyle's blind teacher can now see, and Kyle's maid also receives a green card from the government, allowing her to go to her children. Both of them are very happy to hear this news. Kendra now joins Kyle's father's office as a new intern. This time, she will do something similar to his father, as she did with Kyle. Kyle, who was once very arrogant and looked down on others, has now changed significantly, not only externally but also internally. He has understood that true love and humanity are much more valuable than outer beauty and glamour. And that's how the movie ends. So friends, if you were in Lindy's place, would you have been able to love Kyle's changed appearance? Please share your opinions in the comments. And if you liked the video, give it a like and share it with your friends. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye-bye.